What is up, my amazing listeners? How are you guys doing today? Welcome to an extra sip. I'm your host, Miriam Smaki. And guys, I'm fired up for this episode. Not in a good way, I guess. I don't know. This episode's just gonna be a lot. Ooh, so strap in because we know that sometimes we can get in trouble for episodes like these. But I know what to do now, so we're gonna be fine. But yeah, I don't know, guys. Just really strap in, put on your safety belts, and pull them tight. Because I'm just feeling a lot of things in terms of this week has just been so telling, I guess. I'm not sure. There's just a lot of words I could use to describe it, and none of them are really positive. Positive things have happened, but in relation to like other things, it's been like, okay, like this week has been a lot of realizing, very telling. It's been emotionally exhausting, you know? I don't know. It's been physically exhausting too, mentally. I guess even though this week coming, so like as you're listening to this on a Tuesday, this week is actually going to be more mentally exhausting because it's the week before spring break, and you know, professors just really love to just throw in everything that they can at you, to just really give that boss mode on Mario and just really hit you. And I'm not ready for it, but we gotta do it. There's no choice. Ready or not, here it comes. So as we're on this, good point for me to say that there will not be an episode next Tuesday as I'm going to Los Angeles for spring break. So I can't really record, guys. I'm going to be enjoying my spring break because I deserve it, as well as all of you. You all deserve an amazing break. And if you don't have a break, just, you know, enjoy your week off without me, Miriam Samaki. Okay? But I did want to just, like, put that out there, that there will not be one next Tuesday. So you're going to have to wait a little bit. But I'm giving you so much in this episode that you won't even need one next week, okay? That's what I'm saying. Now, where do I even begin, folks? I don't know. I don't know where to begin. And I feel like I'm gonna situate myself and I'm gonna talk a little slower maybe. Cause I just really ramp through everything I have to say. And then I just I'm stumbling over my words and I'm mumbling. So we are gonna take it slow, piece by piece, and really get into everything, okay? And I just want to say, the day that today, Sunday, I went to go eat dinner and I ran into one of my friends and he was just telling me the first thing he said to me when I walked over was, I don't like it here. And I was like, are you referring to the dining hall or this school? Because I agree with you on both counts. And he was saying this school. And I sat down and we just were talking about just so many things that were happening. And, you know, he was telling me how he didn't really feel welcome. He is a transfer student. He's still trying to find his way. But with some of the interactions he's having with people, he doesn't feel welcome in that regard. So it's not even, I don't know. I guess you could say oh, you're a transfer. You need to find your way. Yes, but also as you are finding your way and still feeling unwelcomed while you're having conversations with people that you know, that's really telling, and that says a lot. And I was telling him about some of my things that I'm going to share with you on this podcast, and I don't know. I really don't know why this week has just been so sad. I don't know, but good things have happened. It's just weird. It's weird. But yeah, a huge thing that took up my week was I had to, really had is the word. I had to work on a theater piece, because of my lab. And so I was working on wardrobe. And I got into a little bit in the last episode how I felt sad because I wasn't on stage doing it with them, but I was more so backstage. Yes, that's still true. But also what really was frustrating, and of course, this had nothing to do with my chair head, the wardrobe head. She was awesome, phenomenal. I'm so grateful that I met her. She's so sweet. And I feel like this has nothing to do with my professor that assigned, this lab a part of the theater class. It's just the way this worked out. But being on wardrobe, we have to check things in before the actors get here, like make sure every costume piece, every accessory piece is there. And then we also swept, so sweeping the floors, making sure it's not dusty for when the actors do put on their costumes. And then the show goes on. At the end of the show, you check stuff out, making sure that, you know, you have everything, making sure no one goes home with any pieces. We did have some of that happen, because sometimes you don't know, like people go home with watches, and we just let them know, like, hey, can you bring that back for the next show, you know? So that is really how it goes. The frustrating thing, though, was in some shows you have quick changes and you have to make sure people get into their costumes right. And so that's stressful, but it's fun in that, okay, like you have 20 seconds to change this girl out of this outfit into like a dress, you know, and do like a quick change. And I have always wanted to experience one of those where the actor or actress just stands there and it's really the wardrobe people that dresses you, and like, we getting a little friendly today, girl, like my hands on your butt, but it's fine. This play didn't have that. So we checked things in. Well, like, what was the timeline? The timeline was, we would get there at like 6. No, we would get there at like 6:15, finish everything that we had to do by like 6:30-ish. The show would start at 7:30, and then it wouldn't finish until 9:30, and then we would start doing our check-in things at 9:45. So from 6:30 until 9:30, we had nothing to do. And so we were just sitting in a staircase. And guys, I am so proud of myself because I've been doing this since Monday. So Monday, and today is Sunday, and we just finished today, sitting in a cold staircase with no food, obviously. Well, you can bring food if you want, but they don't provide food is what I'm saying. And like, you can bring water and everything, but a staircase for 3 hours, guys, my back already is in so much pain. Like, I need a massage ASAP. I struggled. And there was one day where I didn't get dinner beforehand, because I don't eat dinner usually at 5:45. Because I can't. I usually eat at like 8 or 9. But I didn't have time beforehand. So I was like, I'm gonna die. Like, I'm gonna perish. And so I was like, is it worth it? Like, failing my lab or like dying? You know, I really had to consider the two. Granted, I didn't leave because I didn't want to get a bad grade. And I was like, can I just order Domino's to be delivered right here? But that would have caused the whole scene. So I slept. I slept on this staircase because when you sleep, you aren't hungry. That's just what works for me. Okay. Diet tricks. But yeah, so I just slept, and I don't know, one of my people that were on the wardrobe, you know, committee, they were like, were you really sleeping? And I was like, yeah, dude. And they're like, how were you sleeping on that staircase? And to this day, I don't know, guys. I don't know how I contorted my body, because I'm like so tight everywhere and everything hurts. I'm just so glad that it's done. I'm so glad that it's over, because next time you see me doing anything theater, best believe my ass is going to be on that stage. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I can't do crew. But at least this has given me a newfound respect for people on crew. Not that I didn't respect them before, of course. Always I did. But you don't know what they have to do to put up with everything. Like, wow. The wardrobe people, the makeup people, the stage managers, assistant stage managers, the prop masters, the lighting crew, the sound crew. All so that your ass can sound good, look good, feel great on stage, feeling good as hell. Like, just a PSA to everyone in theater. Thank the crew. And to people who go watch the show. I know y'all say congratulations to the actors, but honestly, thank a crew member, because they go through a lot. You know what I'm saying? They go through a lot. So that really took up a lot of my week in terms of time, because that took up most of my nights, and that's usually when, you know, events are for different organizations, and usually when, well, not when parties are usually later, but you know, it was just so much, guys, so I don't know, that took up a lot. But besides that, so I guess that already had me feeling like, oh my god, like, what's happening? But and like, I'm pulling up my phone, so The biggest thing is this week I felt annoyed, oppressed, hated, and shut down. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. And just, I don't know. I really don't know. It's just been so shocking to me how, I think going along with the hated and shut down, just seeing people that, you would consider like friends or like at least acquaintances, and just conversations with them just not going well. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a weird time because you're like, okay, but this is my friend. Like, I usually vibe with this person. And yet, I don't know. It's been just like so weird in terms of like some conversations that are being had, and like trying to like, really just open myself up to people, and then like people not really caring, or people like brushing you off, I guess. And that's always my fear, as I always say, like, this is why I just want to close myself off and like not talk to people. And like that sucks because also, as I was coming here to record my podcast, I saw someone who was working on that show actually, and I'm so grateful for my wardrobe head, because we got to leave at 5 and we had been called at 12:15. So from 12:15 to 5 we were in this theater. This girl who ran into me, she had been there since, same time, 12:15, but she was just getting out. So it was like 8 p.m. And she was riled up. She was annoyed because she was like, I'm not a theater person. I just took this class. I didn't know it was my job to do all this. I have so many assignments to do. Like, they kept me so long. Like, I didn't know that I was going to have to do this. If I had known, it would have been good, but I didn't know, And she was really just like pouring my heart out. Pouring her heart out to me, And I was just like listening, like, I completely hear you. Like, I feel so bad, because I know that I got to leave early and like she didn't. And I actually want a theater minor. I think she was talking about it, but she's still a freshman, she can change her mind. So I was really telling her, like, I hear you. Like, if you want to talk to the professor about it, because she said that's something she wanted to do, like, go for it, girl. I was like, I hope that you can go eat this food and like go lay down, take a break. She was like, I need to write this essay. But I was like, please take care of yourself, And just as she was leaving, she was like, thank you for letting me talk to you. Thank you for being there. And y'all, I didn't even, like, don't applaud a bird for flying. All I was doing was being a decent human being. Someone was coming to me, telling me how they felt, and all I did was listen. And I said, I hear you. Your feelings are completely valid. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. But it's over, girl. We're done, because we did a week of this together. It's done. We don't have to do this again. She thought we did. I was like, girl, no, we're done. She was like, God bless. I was like, sis, I know. Like, that's all you have to do. And people at this school don't know how to do that. And I don't know if people are just afraid of, being vulnerable, even though I'm the one being vulnerable, just like telling people about my like issues. Or, if there's that uncomfortability, uncomfortness. I don't know the word, guys. I'm emotionally and like mentally exhausted, like I said, but maybe there's that in there. But then, like, okay, I guess I know not to talk to you, but it seems like this happens a lot to me. So I'm like, okay, the number of people I can talk to is dwindling. And I always say quality over quantity, but it's always going to be at the back of my mind, like, okay, but why can't I talk to you about this? Why can't I come to you as a friend and talk to you about this? It's just weird. And it's gotten to the point also where, I think old listeners, you've been here from the beginning, new listeners, if you're like coming through, I am very open about myself, and I do not care about anything. I'll talk about, like, XXX rated stuff. I'll talk about relationship stuff. I'll talk about how classes are doing. I don't really care to get into money, like, at all. I'm just a very open person. Maybe that's because I don't, have the opportunity to talk to people a lot, but I am such a huge person that let's go outside, sit under the stars, and just, like, chat, and just tell me all about you, and like I'll tell you about me, and let's just vibe and like get deep. I also don't know if that's just a tourist thing. I don't know if that's a tourist thing, but we are very loyal, loving people. Like, I think one thing I read about tourists was that if you're dating a tourist, it's like Valentine's Day every day. And I feel like that's so true for me. if I could just like love on someone so hard, I really would. I really would. And that's just the type of person I am. Like, if I'm feeling a type of way, I would love to tell you. If you're feeling a type of way, like, please come and tell me, girl. Like, I am always an open source to listen to. And it just hurts that on this campus, there is not that. And I've talked about this to a lot of people, actually, in terms of I may look up and see my friend and they'll like look down, or maybe not a friend, but like someone that we've actively been in many classes together, and they'll just look away. And people are always running to and fro, and like, I don't know, people are just so busy and stressed. And that's also why the United States as a whole, like, that really is a huge characteristic. Like, every time I go back to Ghana and I talk to people and they're like, do you like Ghana? And I'm like, I love Ghana. I feel like strangers I can just have a great conversation with, and people are so friendly, and if you go outside, like, you actually know your neighbors. Meanwhile here, and I'm not going to say that's all of the United States, but you know, if you just want to generalize as a whole, like, people are too busy and they don't talk to you, and you don't get that deep relationship. I don't know why. What is that song by Nick Jonas? Like, space was just, oh wait, oh my god, hold on, because I do like that song a lot. It played during Zumba, which I miss Zumba. I wish I could go back to it, but let me just find the lyrics. And I know a lot of you guys are probably screaming it in your head, but I'm sorry. Okay, space is just a word made up by someone who's afraid to get close. And I agree. A lot of people on this campus just don't want to be close. It's fine, but it's, like I said, this week has just been telling in that regard. Oh, yes, and that's another thing. Oh, well, I didn't want to curse in this one, but okay, well, I don't want to make this like explicit just for one word, so I like won't say it, but I was going to say like the B word, but I feel like people are getting too comfortable. People are getting too comfortable in that how do I even say this? It's like people that I would like, okay, like I said, I am such an open book, right? But it's coming to the point where, what am I gaining by telling you everything about my life if you don't care? You know? And like, sure, in the past I did, but now this is just comfort for you and you just expect it. And so if I am being closed off, if I'm not giving you the energy that I did, because, oh, I'm sorry, I just hit the mic. Oh, I hope that didn't sound weird. I'm sorry. But looking in the Audacity, it looks like it sounded weird. But yes, just people are getting too comfortable, because I am a very like extra loud person. Like, if I see like my friend across the campus, I will scream their name. And as soon as I stop doing that, people are like, oh, what's wrong? I need you people to get out of your comfort zone and realize things are changing. And like, if you start acting a certain type of way, I'm not going to stay the same. If you change, I'm going to change too, okay? And one thing that I was saying, if you let one thing slip with people, then people just start sliding all over the place. People are getting too comfortable in the fact that they're doing things that are like rude and like mean, and people aren't saying anything, and so they're getting away with it. And then once it becomes a big problem, people are like, oh, like, how did she just change? Like, this came out of nowhere. When no, it didn't. They've always shown their true colors, but because no one was calling them out, then, like, you didn't see it. And now you see it when it's huge. And so now I'm really going to start calling people out, guys. I'm really going to start calling people out. And, like, I just want to share two just experiences that happen, or two, well, I'm going to share a lot, but, and I feel like this is completely fine because it is my experiences. It happened to me. I'm telling my side of the story. So I think that it's fine, hopefully. I guess we'll see. But like, one thing that happened, I don't understand how, you know, if someone is like in a house and I see them through the glass and I'm knocking on the door, they open it and how do you open a door and I'm standing right there and you look through someone? Like, this person actively looked around me, closed the door. Y'all, close the door. So if I didn't hold my hand out, this door would close in my face. Like, what is that? Can someone tell me, please? And so when I walked inside, I said hello, and I said their name, and then they said, oh, hey, you know? But it's not like, that's never gonna change, because to them it's like, oh, well, I don't even know what was going in their mind if they even saw me, which I don't understand. Like, am I that black? Am I that dark? It's not even summer, and like my melanin is popping, I guess. And it wasn't even dark outside. I really don't think not seeing me was the case, but I'm just trying to bring some light to it because I was just so shook. I was so shook. Like, how do you just not see me at all? Like, that's rude, right? Even if my worst enemy knocked on the door and I opened it, I'm not going to close it in their face. Isn't that middle school stuff? Like, what? You open the door, you let them through, you say hi, hello. People just don't know how to be decent human beings, I feel. Like, why are all of y'all so rude? It's just common courtesy. Common courtesy to... Like, we're all human beings. Why do you think that you're better than me? Like, I don't understand. Even if you hate someone, that's a full person. Like, that's a person. And maybe I'm thinking about it too simply, but that's a person, so I really don't understand. So that was one altercation. Another altercation with the same person, mind you. I was filling out a little sheet of paper, on the table, and I was standing, like, a foot away from this table, guys. A foot away. Maybe even closer. Because I was about to lean down and sign this little sheet. This person just comes out of nowhere from the back and just, shoulder bumps? Yeah, I guess. Like, pushes me with their shoulder out of the way so that they can sign this paper. And this happens at, like, a table full of so many people. And no one says anything. No one says anything, and I'm just standing there. When I was like pushed, I literally looked down at the floor and I was like, okay. But I said it quietly because I didn't want to bring any attention. But everyone was silent, so I'm sure everyone saw it. And then when this person like left, I signed my little name and I was like, did this just happen? Like, isn't that so like messed up? Like, if I was cursing in this episode, like, that's effed up, guys. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Why am I being pushed? Why am I being ignored? Like, I don't understand. And I feel like everyone, when they see themselves, they're like, I'm like such a good person, But I truly, truly don't know what I did to this person to like I don't know why I'm being attacked. I really don't know. And I really am just trying to be like a good person, living my own life. Like, I've got stuff to deal with. I know other people's got stuff to deal with. Like, I'm just trying to go day by day, and just these little things are pissing me off and I don't understand. So I'm like, the next time something happens, and I keep saying, when I tell this story to people, I keep saying the next time it happens with this person, I'm calling them out, which, yes, true. I'm going to be like, what is your problem? What do you have with me? What's wrong? Why do you have an attitude? And just call it out because people are getting comfortable. And if I call it out, make a scene, then they'll be like, oh, okay. Like, if you just call attention to it and you're really like, I think it's hard to like compare it to bullying. So if this is a bad example, I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to like, in very general terms, the act of bullying is so stupid and so ridiculous. And so if you look at someone like bad mouthing someone, or making fun of someone for something they can't change, or just like a personal interest or anything like that. And if you're like, you're literally making fun of someone just because they like this, what's wrong with you? Call people out. In hashtag 2019, we are calling people out because it's stupid. I'm not letting things slide anymore. I deserve to be happy just as much as you deserve to be happy. And if it makes you happy, bad-mouthing other people, shoving people out of the way, completely ignoring people, then I guess you don't deserve to be happy in that regard. Period. Because that doesn't make sense to me at all. Like, what? What? Hello? So that happened to me this week. So already I'm like, okay, don't know what's happening with that. Another thing that's been happening, and guys, so obviously it's funny because in the last episode I was talking about Valentine's Day and how excited I was, about that whole situation. But the day after, there was just, a huge falling out. So that is no longer being pursued, but I just can't get closure because we still have each other's clothing, and as I'm still asking for my clothing back, they're just always busy with work and things like that, working late hours, so I have not been able to get my thing back. And it's been, because I recorded that episode when? Sunday, as I always do, and this happened Monday, so today is Sunday, so it's gonna be a week, and I'm still asking for my things back, and like, at this point, like, I don't even care. Like, it's the principle, you know? And I think that this person is like, why? Because when I said, like, okay, can I have my things back? And they're like, I mean, like, I don't think it matters. Like, I don't, well, they didn't say that, but they were like, I don't really care, basically. And I was like, okay, but I care because if we're not dating, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would I just have your clothes? Like, I've never given my clothes to a boy randomly. Like, what? I barely even share my clothes with my sisters. If they are wearing my clothes, that's like, that wasn't supposed to happen, you know? Like, I just don't do that. Or like with a friend, but that's because we're friends. But with this, it's just an awkward time right now because they're like, they literally straight up said to me, I don't want to date you, which, LOL, sad because just a week ago, not even a week ago, guys, because just like 3 days ago, you were like, I want to date you. And then things just changed so rapidly. And it's not like I saw them in that time frame. So it's not like I got uglier in their eyes, you know? We didn't like do anything with each other. So it's not like I'm bad at anything. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess it was just our personalities did not align. And you know, when I talked about this to someone else, I think I knew that. It was always at the back of my head, but I was blinded by the fact that someone showed that they liked me a little bit, you know? So, I don't know. I really am taking, like, okay, let me get into this last thing that happened, and then we're gonna do, like, how I'm feeling right now. But that is no longer being pursued, so we will leave that at that. But I will say, I'm, you know, just having a good time on, you know, just putting myself out there on like different apps, going out more, and I'm having the best time of my life. So I don't know. And this person said, like, I don't want to date you, but I still want to be good with you. Who knows if we're still going to be good with each other? I just know that I want my hoodie back because my hoodie's so cute and it's the principle, really. So yes. The last thing I wanted to talk about, and this one, I'm glad I'm giving myself time because this one is, oh my God. Okay. This one really upset me, you know, and this one really upset me. Okay. So this past weekend, you guys listen to this on a Tuesday, but that weekend, the past weekend, my bestie and I, you guys already know who it is, always, we went to a tennis match. And of course, I love seeing my boys, always. They just have my whole hearts, and they're so cute. They're so cute. And just the whole day, my friend and I were having the best time, like, doing the most. When we came in, they had tattoos, so we put tattoos on our face. We had glitter on the other side of our face. We were wearing our matching tennis shirts that they're so cute, guys. They're really cute. We were just looking so cute. They were playing bops, so we were like dancing. This little girl was like looking at us, smiling. 3 like older women were like smiling at us. Like, we were just having the best time, right? And just like in the tennis episode that I primarily recorded with her, like, I guess not all rainbows were meant to shine forever, because yes, we were rebuked. We were yelled at by a referee, and you know, we are used to it now because, well, I want to say this too, because I think this is so important. When I tell you at the beginning, when the very first tennis game we went to a year ago, or was it two years ago? I don't know how long, but no, it was a year ago. Yes. It was quiet to the point where when I screamed, they all looked up, shook, because it's a very quiet sport. Now, guys, when we were cheering on our boys, like, everyone is cheering so hard and so lively. And I just looked at my friend and I'm like, we created this. Like, we are fully responsible for like tennis just becoming a sport where you can like cheer at. And of course you need to know the rules before just going and yelling. We found that out the hard way. You can't do it when certain players are serving. Bookmark that, keep that in mind. You can't do that when people are serving, when people are like rallying. But you know, when there is a complete lull where no one is playing, then you know, go for it. If one of your players gets a point, go for it, but maybe not as loud because other players are playing. Like my friend and I, we fully know the rules now. Like we got it. And so, you know, I'm so happy that we've created that culture. And can I just say, oh my God, I was so excited. So we were watching our tennis players and 2 of them were injured, so they could not play, but they came over and like said hi to us. And one stood on like one side of me, my best friend was like next to me, and then the other one was like beside her, and we were just sandwiched in with these tennis players all cheering for like tennis. And I was like, I'm living my best life right now. Like that is just all I wanted, and it was so nice, and they're so cute. Oh my God, I loved it. So yes, you know, and it was some great place. Unfortunately, we did not win that game, and I know we had a game today, Sunday. I just couldn't go because of my theater thing, but I want to see if we won. Can I see that? Did we? Hold on. Let me just check this really fast, guys, because, you know, this is fully my sport. And it's funny, too, because that Saturday when we went, like, it was also, like, the senior game for basketball. And let it be known, since freshman year, I've gone to every single basketball game. And, like, since tennis has come into my life, like, I'm a full tennis wife now. Like, I can't cheat on my boys. So, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just been awesome. And I'm having a good, okay, I'm sorry. Schedule. Can I not see? Wait, when was the game? What is today? Am I crazy? Today is the 24th of February. Oh, okay. So we didn't win. Oh, no. Yeah, so when we went Saturday, we didn't win. And then today, we also did not. And that's breaking my heart, too, guys, because we have not won this season yet. And it is fully not any of my boys, so don't come for them, because I will come for you. I will come for all your throats. Do not come for my boys. They are excellent players, fantastic, doing tricks and everything like that. It's just, you know, we are playing some of the best ranked in the country, so that's a little rude. But yeah, we were so close, and now that theater's over and now that I'll have more time, catch me out here at these tennis games, and I'm fully excited to like see our win, and I'm fully gonna say, oh, it's because of where your good luck charms. I'm fully gonna use that. But let me get into why I'm annoyed. Sorry, I just really wanted to throw some positivity into this, because I know it's gonna be like, even though I hope it's not negative, it's more just a realization, let's hope. I don't know, but this did upset me. So this tennis court is indoors, and my friend in the first tennis episode kind of described it, but you're standing on a bleacher, you know, standing on a type of bleacher, and the boys are, well, they're girls too, but, you know, I'm referring to the men's tennis team. So they are below, and it's like sunk into the ground, so you're standing above them. And so it's a little bit hard to see the court furthest down, because it's not like the outdoor one where you can walk the quadrant, which I'm so excited when it becomes outdoor season, because that is where we really shine. We have our tennis cheers ready to go. And don't worry, guys, I will have Julia on an episode. It's just with time and everything, it's been a little bit hard, and with spring break, but she will be on. Don't worry about that. But yes, so at the farthest court, guys, it was my tried and true. What is it? I don't know, but it was my full joy, my full dove, my full like everything, my gem, my joy, my peach. And I was like, okay, we're too far, let's go cheer for him. So we walked down so that we could sit on the bleachers where his court was, so we could cheer solely on him. And can I just say, his aunt actually came over to my friend and I, and she was like, hi, hello, nice to meet you. And she said my friend's name, and then she said, and you're Alexander? And I was like, yeah. Yeah. She thought I was Alexander. I don't know how that happened, but and my friend was like, yeah, close. And I'm like, for sure. But she introduced herself to us and she was like, I'm his aunt. And I was like, we screamed, or we like, oh my God, and she was like, yeah, like he's been telling me that I have some competition because I go to all the away games. And so I just want to introduce myself to you. I'm so glad we have fans at home. And that was just so nice to hear, guys, because one, how your aunt know about us? Are you talking about us at home? Like, let me know. Two, I'm just so happy that they really do appreciate it because I appreciate them so hard and like I just love it. So that was so wholesome. And so guys, we were just in our spirits. And so to go over to that court, we were sitting next to the aunt and like her it was his aunt and uncle. So is that her brother or her husband? Oh my God, I'm gonna sound so dumb. Oh no. No, I think she said this is my brother. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh no, guys, I'm so stupid. Yes. So that is his aunt and uncle-in-law. Okay, anyways, we'll move past it. I'm being stupid. We'll move past it. But yes, so we were cheering on my boy, right? And he was like, he was missing some, but then when he like hit a good shot, literally my friend and I screamed so loud. We were doing the most, and he turned around with this smile that breaks my heart every time. And it was just so fun. And so they kept playing a little bit. Okay. Well, let me just say her name so I can stop saying my friend. Julia and I, we had our little pom-poms, right? The referee comes over. He was like, you can't wave your pom-poms when the other team is serving. The next time you do that, I'm taking away a point. Guys, when I tell you, I was so shook. One, and he said this is a warning. One, if this is a warning and you're yelling, that's not a warning. That's a threat. Two, it is a threat because you threatened us. 1 point deducted? We don't even know the sport, sir. I don't know if we're winning or not. I'm just cheering for my husband. Like, what is happening? And so Julia over here, she was just like contemplating a little bit, and I'll tell you why in a second. But I was like, okay, I'm sorry, we didn't know. And then he turned back around and he was like, the next time it happens, you're taking a point. I'm taking a point. You can't do that. And I was like, oh my God. So I just like dropped my pom-poms. I was feeling so, like I was in my feelings so hard, like so annoyed. And Julia next to me was just like, and I was like, do you want to just leave? And she was like, no, I want to stay here for a little bit, like kind of mark our territory. But it just really changed the like pace of the game. Like, it was just so uncomfortable. And I was like, I was having fun, but I guess not now. And like the aunt and uncle over here were just like looking at us like, ugh, like dang, like yikes, because like, what was that? So we left after about 2 minutes because we were like, we can't, which made me so sad because I really wanted to cheer on like this player. Granted, we did cheer on him from like, back up in the bleachers, but being right there, like in front of them, that is so much more powerful because it's the farthest court. And like, usually, sometimes you don't know that people see you. And so it's nice to like be right there, but I just could not. And so I was with Julia and she was like, I don't think we were waving our pom-poms. And when I thought about it, I don't either. It's stupid. Like, when someone is serving, it's silent. Why would we be waving our pom-poms? That doesn't make sense, guys. And so we were like, he just wanted to yell at us because we were making noise, which that's not the word I want to say, but that's not in the rule book that we can't do that. Because if you guys remember, new listeners, you may not know this, but one of the first times we went to the tennis game, we were yelled at for yelling so loud because, we hadn't changed the culture yet. But then that referee came back and he was like, I wanted to apologize because it's not in the rule book that you can't scream. So we know that. That's not against the rules. We can scream because we know when to. But I think that this man, he was like old. Maybe he was still used to the old ways. That he just wanted to find another reason to punish us so that we would leave. Like, I really think that's the case because we weren't waving our pom-poms. And what just upset me the most, like, was when we went back to stand where we were and then we looked at that little bleacher section, and there were people there like standing up. You aren't allowed to stand up there. Like, I was yelled at for standing up there like during the first few games, and they were like screaming, being loud, like standing up, like waving their hands and everything. The referee completely silent. Like, why is that okay? But it's not for us. It really just made me think about things, like, and that's why I'm like, I want to call people out. And Julia was like, I want to ask him, show me in the rule book where it says I'm not allowed to wave pom-poms. And that's what we were thinking. But when I really think about it, I don't think we were waving them at all. I don't think we were. And that just makes me even more mad. Because to come at us as... Also, this is another thing, guys. That we got those pom-poms. Yes, some of you listening may be like, oh my God, y'all are so extra. Like, you bring your pom-poms. Like, they gave those to us. They were on a table the very first game we went to. Granted, they haven't been on the table since then, but we did get them from the tennis center. They had them on the table, so we took all of them so that we could use them. But imagine this. A kid sees the pom-poms, goes to sit down in those bleachers, waving it because, oh, the tennis center gave you those pom-poms, and so they're just waving them. Are you going to come at that child as you did at us and be like, the next time you wave those pom-poms, I'm taking away a point? You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. Why? Because that's a child, and you know that's not how you're supposed to speak to someone. Two, if it is a warning, you can be like, hey, like, I know we gave you those pom-poms, good, but if you could just please not wave them around while the players are serving, that would be great. It may be a distraction. Maybe, because you're a referee, you don't even know if it is distracting. Like, these tennis players, they are very good at what they do. Think of basketball. Why is tennis more important than basketball? At basketball games, people are doing the most, the wildest. And how come at tennis games, oh, let's all be silent? Like, what? Or like baseball, that's what Julia was saying. Like, with tennis, the racket is like yay big. In baseball, the baseball bat is yay small. Like, why are you being such a stickler? No one complained. It's only you, and you only complained about us because you know you could get away with it. If a child was doing that, he wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? Like, I hope you guys understand, like, why I am so aggressive about this, because I truly feel like he was just doing that because he knows that, like, we are having fun dancing up there, like, singing along to songs, and he was like, oh, this is not the way tennis was. This is not what tennis is supposed to be. It's 2019, sir. Okay? You need to change, okay? Like, I'm sorry, but that really pissed me off, but it just made me so happy because my boy, the one we were trying to watch, he was like, thank you guys so much again for coming. Sorry that referee was like, an a-hole. And I was like, thank you. Like, I'm glad that it's not only me overreacting, but it was a problem. And so that really just has been my week. Like, it has been a week. It has been a week, guys, doing this theater thing, breaking my back, being literally, I don't even know what, not being seen and like being pushed by people like in an organization where I'm like, okay, like what is happening? Friends just like completely dismissing me, not feeling welcomed. And now with tennis, people are like, this boy just fully changing his mind about me and I don't even know what happened. Like, it's been a time. It has been emotionally exhausting. It has been physically exhausting, mentally exhausting as well, and this week is going to be hard because, we have this last week. Did I already say Hell Week? I think I just, oh, okay. Well, this episode's going to be explicit. But yeah, so then what my player was saying, he was like, sorry that those people were like assholes. And then another thing that I was going to say was, bitches are getting too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So just to like bring things to a close, I'm really just going to be more aware of who I say things to, what I say to people, and I guess I'm just gonna be more mysterious, Oh, but I did also want to say, so that it doesn't end on a completely like upset note, but this weekend I hung out with like people that, they're like such good friends of mine, but we don't usually go out a lot often. But this weekend I got the chance to do that, and it was so fun. We went to karaoke night, and then we just went out another time. Like, guys, it was so fun. And I'm like, I can have these experiences all the time. Like, this is what college is supposed to be, just having fun with these people and having nights that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. And and if I have to leave certain groups, certain friends in order to remove myself from that toxicness and just stay with these people and vibe with these people, then I will do it. I will do it in a heartbeat, because what I keep saying to people is that I am sad a lot. So why would I continue to put myself in positions where I know I'm going to be sad? You know what I mean? You pick your battles every day, and I'm choosing to be happy. And, one quote that I saw that I just wanted to, not really a quote, it's just a 2-word phrase, but you know how people are always secure the bag, and everything like that? Well, this thing said that you are the bag and secure yourself. And that's really what I'm trying to do. Secure myself, be completely content with myself, vibe with people who make me happy, and just don't put up with the bullshit. I'm calling people out. I'm clocking people. I'm walking away from people, because the things that I have experienced have just been a lot, and I'm not here for it, and I refuse to be here for it. And I don't think that anyone should have to put up with it. I really don't. Period! Oh, wow. I feel like I talked a lot, but I feel like that was also good. I hope I made some good points. I feel like I wasn't screaming that much, and just how things were rattling off in my head. I hope it was logical, rational, and I hope that you guys got something out of this, because that boy I was talking to, before I came to record this, when he said, I don't like this school, and he was like, you just seem so happy, and I just wonder how are you like this? And I'm like, well, one hand, that's not the case, everyone's dealing with their own stuff, and there are many times where I'm unhappy, but to just dwell on it so much, college is so long to be unhappy every day of it. And I have been there, and it's not good. So you just have to really sit down and be like, okay, what's making me happy? What's not making me happy? Out of those that are not making me happy, can I remove myself from those things? And if you can't, that's the tough situation. And it's just the terms of one foot in front of the other, and then let's go to what makes me happy. One foot in front of the other, and then let me do a face mask. Let me talk to my best friend. Let me have a phone call with my parents. Let me go shopping. Let me do my nails. Let me take a bath, One foot in front of the other, guys. We can do this. We are the bag. We're going to secure ourselves. Okay, guys? 2019, call people out and secure ourselves. Period. Okay. Wow. On that note, I'm feeling so much better than I was going in, though. This was a little longer one. Wow, we're at 48. Usually I cut these at 45, but thank you guys so much for listening. I truly, truly appreciate all of you for listening, and so grateful that I have a platform where I am able to do this, because just having this in my head would not have been good. So thank you guys for putting up with me, with the extra sip. Gonna take a break because of spring break, but I will be right back next Tuesday, guys. I hope you guys have an amazing break and just amazing days in general. All right. But yes, I will go then, and talk to you next time. All right. Bye.